Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello my friends and welcome for another whiskey review. My name is Dan and this YouTube channel is mainly about whiskey, a different expression being reviewed every week. I'll go through visual presentation, nose, taste, finish, give the whiskey a mark and share my impressions with you. And if you want to be up to date with my future reviews, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and touch the bell for notification. And today is about Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. If you haven't heard of Evan Williams, you are probably not into bourbon, because this is a very important name in this industry. It is considered as the jewel of Heaven Hill Distillery's crown, this bourbon being today the second largest selling Kentucky straight bourbon and the second largest supply of aged Kentucky bourbon in the world. Heaven Hill Distillery has a stash of more than 1 million barrels, so you can imagine this is not a no-name. This is a player from the first league bourbon, and Evan Williams has played in this league for a long time. So what I have here for today is a single barrel bourbon from Evan Williams. This amazing whiskey was distilled back in 2012 and left to age until 2019, when it was bottled up at 43.3% ABV. Of course, there was no barrel blending here, each bottle being filled with bourbon drawn from just one cask. And the one in front of me is a 2012 vintage, barrel number 9, barreled on the 19th of January and bottled on the 19th of November 2019, which makes it a 7-year-old bourbon. The other one from the glass is a 2009 vintage, barreled on the 5th of September 2009 and bottled on the 29th of August 2019. So I will be reviewing a 10-year-old bourbon. Conclusion is, yours could be different than mine, being a single barrel whiskey, but normally the character will be quite similar. That said, I have no idea if any particular dates are better than others. If we go on the distillery's main website, we find some facts, and I'm going to read it to you. Evan Williams Single Barrel is the only vintage dated single barrel bourbon on the market. Similar to the way vintage wines are selected, our distillers hand-select individual barrels that meet the specifications they've established. Then, each bottle is marked with the vintage date it was put into oak, along with the year it was bottled and the exact barrel number of the single barrel that the bourbon was drawn for. So in the glass we find a nice brown color, clear and a little bit oily. What do I find on the nose? A mixture of dark honey, some toasted oak, really nice vanilla notes and cinnamon. I find some nuttiness, quite citrusy, like citrus peel and hints of tobacco. More honey, tropical fruits, bananas, oranges and pineapples. Some smoke, some vanilla and sliced oranges. Yeah, a little bit of smoke from the toasted oak, and it is nice, friendly and fresh taste. At first, light vanilla and honey, some dried nuts and baked apples. Very nice. Then some oakiness and spices, cinnamon and nutmeg. Definitely honey and vanilla. There are some tannins around here, but there is no nasty bitterness. Caramel covered in chocolate, followed by some fruitiness in a good balance with the spiciness. Those tannins are more present in the finish, followed by that honey sweetness and a medium finish overall. Despite the low ABV, Evan Williams single barrel tastes pretty good. I like it. And I will give it an 8.8 out of 10. A very good first class mark indeed. If you prefer a higher ABV, Heaven Hill Distillery has many other options at various ABVs, like Elijah Craig Small Batch, bottled at 47% ABV. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Cheers!